ChatGPT just changed its default brain. OpenAI says GPT-5.5 Instant is rolling out to everyone, and the pitch is not a flashy new button. It is sharper answers, fewer mistakes, less rambling, and personalization that is easier to inspect. The official launch clip shows the whole promise in 8 seconds. GPT 5.3 gives a long workplace advice response, while GPT 5.5 gives shorter scripts that feel more usable. So the real question is simple. Is this just another model name, or did the default ChatGPT experience actually move? OpenAI's own launch page says the default model in ChatGPT is being updated to GPT 5.5 Instant, available to everyone. The company describes it as smarter and more accurate, with clearer, more concise answers that feel better tailored to you. That matters because Instant is the model most people touch every day. Not the model selected for a rare deep reasoning session. Not a developer-only experiment. The everyday model. A small improvement here compounds across hundreds of millions of chats, especially when the improvement is about factuality, tone, and not wasting the user's time. The headline claim is accuracy. OpenAI says GPT 5.5 Instant produced 52.5% fewer hallucinated claims than GPT 5.3 Instant on high-stakes prompts across medicine, law, and finance. It also reduced inaccurate claims by 37.3% on especially hard conversations that users had previously flagged for factual errors. The deployment safety chart gives the sharper picture. On high-stakes prompts, response-level factual errors dropped from 36.4% to 19.9%. Claim-level factual errors dropped from 10.1% to 4.8%. That is the strongest part of the launch, but it needs the caveat on screen. These are deliberately difficult evaluation sets, not the average production error rate. OpenAI also shows a smaller, everyday reasoning example. A handwritten algebra solution reaches the right final answer, but has a bad intermediate step. GPT 5.3 notices one issue, then stops too early. GPT 5.5 catches the plugin check, identifies the actual algebra mistake, and solves the corrected quadratic. That is the kind of improvement people notice in normal use. Not just a benchmark number, but the model recovering when an answer starts down the wrong path. OpenAI also says the model is better across image uploads, STEM questions, and deciding when web search would actually help. The official X video is about tone. The user asks how to tell a coworker to quit yapping all the time. GPT 5.3 gives a careful, polished response with numbered sections, explanations, and a what not to do list. It is useful, but it is overbuilt for a casual prompt. GPT 5.5 is more direct. It gives versions for different situations: gentle, repeated offender, meeting monologue, and slightly firmer. Then it explains the principle. Make it about your time and focus, not their personality. OpenAI says this response uses 30.2% fewer words and 29.2% fewer lines. That is the behavioral change they want you to feel. The other big change is personalization with controls. GPT 5.5 Instant can make better use of past chats, uploaded files, and connected Gmail when that context helps. The important part is not just that it remembers more. The important part is that OpenAI is adding memory sources across ChatGPT models. When a response is personalized, you can see which saved memories or past chats were used. You can mark a source as relevant, correct it, view all memories, or delete it. That turns personalization from a mysterious vibe into something closer to an inspectable system. The rollout details are straightforward. GPT 5.5 Instant replaces GPT 5.3 Instant as the default model in ChatGPT. In the API, it appears as Chat Latest. Paid users keep access to GPT 5.3 Instant for 3 months through model configuration settings, then it gets retired. Enhanced personalization from past chats, files, and connected Gmail starts with Plus and Pro users on the web, then comes to mobile. OpenAI says it plans to expand that to free, Go, business, and enterprise users in the following weeks, with availability varying by region. The safety card is worth mentioning because it keeps the launch honest. Better factuality does not mean factual perfection. The same OpenAI deployment material says GPT 5.5 Instant is the first instant model treated as high capability in cybersecurity and biological and chemical preparedness categories, with extra safeguards applied. It is also tested at different elicitation methods and reasoning settings, and OpenAI says evaluations are lower bounds for potential capabilities. Translation: the default model is getting more capable, and the safety machinery around it is getting more serious too. So the practical takeaway is this. GPT 5.5 Instant is not a new interface. It is an attempt to make the normal ChatGPT answer less fluffy, less wrong, and more aware of your context without hiding where that context came from. Try the same prompt in GPT 5.3 and GPT 5.5 if you still have both. Check memory sources when an answer feels personalized. And for anything high stakes, use the lower hallucination rate as a reason to trust the workflow more, not as a reason to stop verifying.